all over the world. And with the Supreme Concept of Hinduism's intensity and dedication among crowds of thousands who don't understand English, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's voice resonated deeply, and his presence moved each one to tears. And in 2000, the Avatar led his disciples on the first Himalayan Yatra, visiting temples, delivering satsangs, and initiating and guided individual souls not just to physical spiritual sites, but to supernal spiritual realms. And in 2006, the Padayatras were taken to the next level with the Kodikan Radayatra, with crores participating and impacted by Nithyanandeshwara and Nithyanandeshwari deities traveling from city to city. And the Padayatra was not only conducted in 2006, but the Kodikan Radayatra culminated with the consecration and inauguration of the Garbha Mandir, the sanctum sanctorum of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam, Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, and the Swayambhulinga at the Adi Kailasha Satvanyapita in Bangalore, South India. Here you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offering Abhishekam to the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Swayambhulinga. And these deities were energized as Achavataras to radiate the energy of Paramashiva and Parashakti to create the Adi Kailasha Satvanyapita as a ship to save humanity from this upcoming pralaya. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism did innumerable spiritual energy centers in India as safe havens during this great deluge in Bangalore and the Kailasa in Hyderabad. Each of these spiritual ecosystems have provided support and protection during this time when so many people are suffering and are struggling with their mental health, are struggling with protecting their families. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created these ecosystems worldwide in order to protect people. And in 2008, the Avatar created and energized the Nithyananda Vaidya River, the Ananda Lingam, which would protect anyone who bathed in its waters from the deadly Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism performing the Abhishekam for this Ananda Lingam. Another Kodikan Radayatra and garnered international attention and created a movement where lakhs of Hindus once again embraced Hinduism. And wherever the avatars speak, there the seeds of super consciousness have 1 billion people have been enriched and enriched by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in the port for people, the ecosystems in India, the Kailas and Erode, the Adi Nithyananda Paramashivam, here you can see, have provided multi-layered quarantine for all residents who want to come and reside there and protect themselves in India. And the other Sadvajnapitas across the globe and the other enlightenment ecosystems across the globe have provided spiritual and emotional support. The Adi Kailasa Sadvajnapita in Bangalore has provided the multi-quarantine for anyone who wants to protect themselves during this time. And so providing the Kailasa in Los Angeles have been providing support in the form of various programs, online programs, yoga sessions, online chanting sessions of Kailas in Los Angeles, the Kailas in San Jose, Sarvinipitas across the globe in order to protect people, the Kailas in Seattle, in order to protect people during this pralaya, to ensure that they are not affected by this emotionally or physically. You can see the Kailasa in Houston, Texas. And also, each of these ecosystems, the Kailasa in Charlotte, North Carolina, have been beautiful to them, this ambiance in order to experience the super conscious breakthrough, the Kailasa in Washington, D.C., by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa in Phoenix, Arizona, where you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself consecrating these deities. The Kailasa in St. Louis, Missouri. And each of these ecosystems have a special significance. The Kailasa in St. Louis, Missouri is the energy of Tirumala Tirupati of South India and the West. And it is a beautiful ecosystem for all to experience. The Kailasa in Oman, which is Mangay, and it fulfills the needs of Hindus across the Middle East through these energized. The Kailasa in London, UK, the Kailasa in Scotland, UK, the Kailasa in Netherlands, the various Kailasas in Europe reach out to all the citizens of Europe to the Kailasa in Luxembourg. And each Kailasa enlightenment ecosystem radiates the Kailasa in Germany, the Kailasa in Italy, the Kailasa in France, the Kailasa in Switzerland, the Kailasa in Morocco, and the Kailasa in South Africa. You can see how many people have been enjoying the various enlightenment ecosystems. The Kailasa in Salem, which was established personally by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in 2006. It's one of the energy centers in Tamil Nadu. The Kailasa in Hosur, which was the Adinam, was founded by the secretary, donated this land to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in 2008. And the Kailasa in Patnam, the Kailasa in Varanasi, the Kailasa in Rajapalayam, which is a chakra, and this radiates the divine feminine conscious energy, and it is considered a Hindu heritage site and has for Hindus in little known in the fact that Devi Meenakshi stayed in this area after her coronation. One of her golden rings slipped from her hand while she was resting here during her search for Paramashiva. Here is one of the most important energy centers in Tamil Nadu in South India. It's enriched by the Kailasa in Kerala, the Kailasa in Gujarat, which is the Yogini Satvanya Pita, built exclusively to enrich across the globe about the sacred feminine tradition. The Kailasa in Tiruvamur, in the Kailasa in Alankulam, also in Tamil Nadu, the Kailasa in Chennai Tambaram, the Kailasa in Avadi, one of the first Kailasas established in the South Pacific, the Kailasa in New Zealand, another beautiful ecosystem in the South Pacific, the Kailasa in Singapore, which was established personally by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in 2006, the Kailasa in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, established in 2008, the Kailasa in Guadeloupe, South America, enriching the global South American population, and to ensure humanity survives during this pralaya. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created a sovereign order of Kailasa with thousands of sannyasis with no discrimination against caste, creed, or religion. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has initiated thousands into Nithyananda spiritual healing who are actively healing millions all over the world. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established over 2,500 satsang centers, Padaka mandirs, and home temples, which operate as de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa. And the Avatar has inspired millions to reclaim their Hindu-centric freedom through thousands of Padayatras, which were conducted by the Hindu diaspora worldwide, honoring the hard work of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the revival of Kailasa, silently preparing each one for what was to come. And in 2017, devotees in Malaysia planned a Padayatra and executed it successfully, with thousands who participated and the dying Hindu population in Malaysia being reinvigorated. And in every major festival, devotees from all over the world have performed the Padayatra out of their sincere devotion and love for the Avatar. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has contributed over 27 years of humanitarian services and has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives across the globe in 347 cities in 196 countries across 6 continents. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has served over 1 billion free organic nutritious meals and continues to serve across the globe. And the world's largest Hindu university, Kailasa Nithyananda University, has been established in US, Switzerland, and France. And Kailasa is the world's greatest digital Hindu nation views, and you can connect with us on various social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, and hinduuniversity.org, Kailasa TV, and Nithyananda TV. And you can always download the Enlighten app, which to keep keep yourself in the high space and always be enriched by the teaching. And there are over 1 billion e-citizens in over 100 countries with the most successful community in the world. And you can see in this photo how many different locations the e-citizens of Kailasa reside. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has various global initiatives in various fields, including health, education, and the development of human potential. And by sharing the practical applications of Hinduism and its science of enlightenment, through which we have made various breakthroughs, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has enriched millions of people across the globe. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has provided foreign aid through Hindu diplomacy with the Sri Kailasa United Nations initiative. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has contributed various fields, including global peace, education and children, equality, and food and environment. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has offered free education in 150 plus countries. It is the world's largest in the universe with over 7,000 courses. And of course, Kailasa, with the vision of No Hungry Home, has initiated multiple services, including Annadan, organic agriculture, and has offered 1 billion free meals and continues to do so today. Even during this pandemic, even during this Chalaya, Kailasa has not stopped its services, but only has increased it in order to reach more and more people during this time of need. And Kailasa has offered free food in 196 countries across the globe. And Kailasa has also availed free medical services for millions of people. And this includes free medical camps with high quality medicine and various kriyas in order to heal people of various diseases and disorders. The End Pregnancy Program, which was in children, and the spiritual healing services, which have been offered across 1,008 Kailasas across the globe. And even today, Kailasa has made this available. And even in multi-layer quarantine as well, in order to protect people, in order to all needs are the scriptural references which have maps for yogic techniques. The Supreme Pontificanism has contributed so much in the field of yoga. This includes 1,000 scriptural references for asanas, dharana, kriya, pranayama, and more, and has 2 Guinness World Records for rope yoga and pole yoga, the Shivastama yoga, and has 6,000 plus and the revival Kailasa has Sacred Arts University has produced over 4,000 Hindu deities, which are now consecrated and worshipped in 600 plus locations across the globe. This includes over 3,270 deities made of stone, 400 made of the Pancha metal, the 100 made of marble, 15 traditional. Also established the world's largest Hindu library with 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and Kailasa has developed the largest Hindu digital library with 1 million digitized palm leaf scriptures and the world's largest collection of the Kashmiri Shaivism scriptures. And with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's hard work over the last 27 years, inspiring millions of people to traverse again on foot from Kanyakumari to Kashmir and to re-energize the energizing process of the 12 Jyotirlingas. The avatar began visiting temples in earnest to start the intense spiritual process. While India from the Great Destruction, the anti-Hindu militant forces tried their best to halt the avatar's mission, one through various attacks and lawfare, physical And after years of pouring energy into the making of the only ship that would save humanity, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the deadliest brutal attack against a single Hindu leader. Since 2009, this repeated attacks against him and his disciples, the anti-Hindu nexus, the truth never had a chance to come out. The attack, the character assassination, the lawfare against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is still unknown to the majority of the population in India, despite so much of attacks against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And over 14,000 hours of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and fabricated false cases were filed against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in 2018, the avatar was forced to leave India after a nearly fatal assassination attempt. In his absence, India and Indians are suffering the repercussions of their unconscious. In the Puranic age, the whole kingdom of Ayodhya, the economic meltdown. And in the same way, the economy began to fall in India 2 months after the avatar left. And today, Indians are still facing the most brutal effects of the pandemic with no end in sight, unfortunately. And despite being driven out of the country, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continues to be the last hope for humanity and in providing support in the form of multi-layered quarantine, spiritual support, huge blessing for humanity at this time, which has been conducted non-stop since the beginning of this pandemic, since March 2020, freely available for the world, for anyone to be enriched and blessed and to be fed during this Pralaya. And with back-to-back programs, darshans and satsangs, the avatar has made humanity physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically sail through this Pralaya. And when the whole world has closed its doors to India, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism opened Kailasa's campuses across India for Indians in desperate need of protection with multi-layer quarantine, and has provided accommodations freely, but free food, free internet services, free classes, so people are continuously active and not falling into depression during this time. And free medical services, free immune boosting supplements, and various other free initiatives in order to protect people, in order to ensure they are staying Hinduism has made available in the Kailas enlightenment ecosystems, which have become the Kailasa COVID care centers now. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also increased the organic free agriculture in order to, and in the Guru Gita, it states that the Guru is the one who will protect you from anything. In verse 43, it states, salutations to Guru, whose two lotus feet remove the pain of duality and who always protects one from calamities. And in protection against great diseases, great disturbances, great evils, great fears, great calamities, and great sin. And it also states that there comes death in forsaking a mantra, poverty in forsaking the Guru, and Raurava hell in forsaking both the Guru and the mantra. And it is only the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the avatar, the Guru, who can only protect us during this time, during this Pralaya, as have been stated in our scriptures. We must realize that the Pralaya will only end in India when the divine feet of this avatar walk on its soil once again. The decision makers must realize this. The media should realize this. Every citizen should realize this. It is in our hands to save ourselves. It is only the Guru's feet. It is only the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism who can protect. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been continuously working, as we've seen, to protect humanity, to ensure they are staying safe and protected, to guide them and to continuously bless them through various darshans and programs, continuously offering the Devi Parashakti Akashic readings. And if you are just overflowing in gratitude for the happening of the avatar in your life, you can stay tuned for divine lotus feet of Swamiji and receive, open yourself to receive the grace and blessing of Swamiji, of the avatar himself, manifesting Devi Parashakti. So stay tuned for this next segment. We will be right back after a very short break.